All right, guys. Thank you for being here with another episode of Clicks and Cards. I appreciate you guys stopping by. The last time I announced the channel, I named it Cards and Clicks, and it was a little mistake because it's okay. It was really my first time doing this run. Since then, I've learned a lot actually about a few games, which I'm trying to get into. But I'm gonna be sticking holding to the theme pretty true. And if you hear anything in the background, maybe some cluttering or rustling around, I'm watching my child right now. Mama's coming home from work, so we're doing our thing. And of course, this is a family channel. I'm going to be teaching my children how to play Clicks and Cards, and I'm going to be teaching my wife how to play Clicks and Cards. And we're going to be down through this adventure together. Tonight will be my first night that I'm going in live to, in real life, that is, to my local, well, it's actually not my local card store. It's one of the better card stores, and it's not really that local. It's a couple towns over, but it's worth the drive because it plays the two games that I want to play. Focusing on right now, I'm going to be focusing on Star Wars Unlimited, and then I'm also going to be focusing on Riftbound. And so, for now, and what's going to take place is I'm going to open up Hero Clicks when I can. And so, what happened was last week, I did have these available also, but I didn't have them available to the point where I was ready to unbox them or reveal them. But I actually went to a local game store on the other side of town, and they provided me actually with a cool little box here, because they just weren't getting the sales that they wanted, and they just gave me a nice little freebie. So every time we're doing one of these videos, we're going to be opening a pack of one of these clicks, and I've already got one open for you, but that's just a little bonus. This one I actually opened that night of my first recording, and this one is, let's take her out of the package. Let's see, these are from the Eternal set, and this one's name is Thena. Can't get a good visual on her. Now I noticed that if I start out with her being pretty close, that sometimes the background will refocus here. I've had a little issue sometimes with the focus, so especially with these clicks. So yeah, there she is. Nice little sculpt. And I'll be opening one more, you guys, right now. Got some really good stats there. Be able to see the stats pretty well. Really nice. Really nice, not bad. Can attack twice. So, pretty cool. Good stuff. Alright. So, let's go ahead and open one of those right now. Keeping the theme of clicks and cards. And so, while I'm opening this, what I'm going to be showing you guys mostly today is I'm going to be opening this Legends of the Force pre-release, and then when my wife comes home later, we're gonna open up this Jump to Lightspeed 24 booster pack, and that's gonna be fun, real fun. So right now during this recording, you're gonna get the clicks and cards, the pre-release for Legends of the Force, because I'm going to use those tonight, so that's why I'm actually recording right now. I'm actually kind of on a time crunch, so that's why I'm really recording right now. Normally I'd wait for my wife, but I really have stuff to do today, so I'm trying to actually catch up on content, because I don't want this channel to go too long without any type of content uploaded, and I think it's important. It's not like you just throw stuff out there, but at the same time, you want to keep an audience and you want to be consistent, but you want to be consistent when you have content to share. And right now I do have content to share, and I'm not really waiting around, so I actually do have to kind of kind of get something out there for you guys. So we have let's see. Oh, we got this little beauty right here. I don't know if you can see the sculpt. Oh, one of the Eternals. Nice click power. Got stealth. That's really cool. I believe that is Cersei. If I butcher the pronunciation, please forgive me. And let's see her card chart right here. Seems to be an Eternal, which obviously is in the Eternal set. So she's got sidestep eventually. At the very beginning, she starts with barrier. Then she'll get regeneration too, which is really nice. Of course, that's the roll effect. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Starting off with stealth, very good click, and yeah, pretty nice, man. Pretty nice. We're gonna go ahead and set her over here, and we started off with our clicks. Now let's head into our cards. Clicks and cards. Clicks and cards. All right, gonna take out the this right here. It never opened. I opened it, but I never actually looked inside of it, so I got it ready for the broadcast here, or for the recording here. I need to look up at the camera more. I'm sorry about that, but so you can get a feel. We got a deck box in here. Starting off, not bad to carry your cards in case you don't have one. I happen to not have one yet, so that's going to be helpful for me. Inside the deck box, I got this nice little upside down. Yeah, it's kind of upside down. Got this nice little card back. Cool little dealio. Just a little collector's item, I guess. Nothing super serious. Just something nice for them to give me, I guess. Let me try to refocus here. There we go. There we go. It's a nice little art piece. Nothing that is part of the game, but it's still pretty cool. All right, go ahead and set that right there, and we'll deal with it in a bit. Inside the box, you also get let's set that there. You also get a it looks like hero card packs for a pre-release set. So inside, let's go ahead and open and tear that open, fill it up, and see what's inside there. Looks like we have 2 heroes. Yes, we do. Have our Darth Maul. Darth Maul. Hello. Bueller. There we go. There's the refocus. Leader unit. So that's the leader unit side, and it's got its on attack. Now it looks like both of these happen to be lights, hyperspeed cards. That's pretty cool. We have hyperspeed card leaders. Now that's something I learned. There's things that I learned during our last broadcast. So here's our leaders in hyperspeed, and then you have, let's see, there's Darth Maul. There's the focus going here. All right, Qui-Gon Jinn. All right, Force. Jedi from the Republic. That's his unit card, and then we'll flip him on over to his his leadership position, where he'll normally be on the board. And so that's what you get starting off before you even get to open packs. So go ahead and set those 2 right there as our collection for the night, and let's go ahead and open. Okay, so inside this pre-release box, you also get a set of rules, which I'm definitely going to be using tonight because I need to learn the rules a little bit better. And then you get the little numbers counters that you're going to be putting on your base, if your base, or on your On your cards if they happen to take damage. You got the mulligan. I'm sorry, not the mulligan. You got the space, the initiative token. The initiative token there, and then your cancel token there. That way you remember that your leadership counts, or if you use your epic ability, it is now canceled and you don't use it anymore because you've happened to take and not remember. That's not going to happen because we now have those tokens. And let's go ahead. What comes also with the pre-release box, what comes with the pre-release box, and the final objects in there are also going to be the booster packs. So it comes with a total of 1, 2, turning around, upside down, 3, another upside down one, 4, okay, 5, and 6 booster packs, all ready to roll. So without further ado, let's go ahead and crack into them and get them rolling. I don't want this video to be as long as the last one, because I know that this one right here, this Jedi pack, this Light Force pack is going to be a long episode. Not super long, but, you know, just getting you prepared for it. Okay, let's go ahead and crack this open. Now that I know what I'm looking for, I'm going to be a lot more diligent of moving on quicker. So we're starting off with our first hero, Avak Chris. Okay, it's a Force Jedi. Very nice. It's not any type of special art or anything like that. It just is a hero. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on with that one very quickly. We also have Starlight Temple, which is a base at 28. When a friendly Force unit attacks, the Force is with you. That seems pretty cool, man. That seems pretty cool. So that base actually helps you with using the Force. So that's really nice. Alright, now, let's go ahead and go through our commons. I'm not going to explain these as much as I did in the first video, because, you know, I'm sure that there's a lot of people who are used to this game by now, and you know, we're going to go through them, and you can stop and you can comment, but I want to go through them to the point where we're getting you guys the good stuff. There's a little curious flaw. What a cute little curious. Alright. So we're getting through our commons, going towards our rares. What we have here. Very nice. Okay. Should be heading towards our uncommons now. That's an upgrade card. Alright. We have our first uncommon, Heavy Missile Gunship. That looks pretty good. Looks like it packs quite a punch. Alright, what else do we have? Uncommon BD1. Uncommon Flowcon. This, we have a rare. What rarest do we have here? Sorry about that, let me adjust here. We have an Invasion Capital Ship. Our first rare card. And then to end it all, we have an overpowered foil. Common card. And that is the end of that pack. So I'm going to go ahead and set these on over here on top of that little area right there. And let's go ahead and crack into another package here. Right. Next leader we have coming on out is... Hello, Bueller. Alright. Calcatus. We have Calcatus here, another force. Jedi. I don't think it's a Jedi. I think it's just another force in general. Here is its other side, unit side. 3-4. And coming out strong with the base, the Holy City. I'm gonna have to edit that out. Probably not. I can't Canada. All right, the base here is gonna be the Holy City. And let's see. When a friendly force unit is attacked, there you go. All right, let's go through our commons here. Corrupt Saber. Forged Starfighter. Serious Helmet. That's Ambush. That's pretty good. That is a hyper speed card. Nice. Another common Jedi Knight. Hive Defense Wing. Common. Probe Droid. Still another common Jedi Temple Guards. What else do we have in here? Another common Whirlwind of Power. Excuse me. Let me get the boop boop. That adjusted for you. Whirlwind of Power. That looks like a nice buff. Down to our uncommons now. We have a unique unit. Jedi. I think that's a Sith Knight. That's a Force Knight, I guess. Jedi Vehicle, uncommon. I don't know why it's not adjusting very well, guys. I apologize. Doing pretty well. Maybe because I'm moving too much. How about now? There we go. That's and still our uncommon. Force Speed. And our first legendary. Our absolute first legendary that we have pulled in any deck that we have received so far. We have our first legendary as Leia Organa. Leia, looking good. Nice for you to join us there, Leia. And then our foil card is going to be a unit. What is going on here? Focus, please. Oh, come on. Come on. Give me a good focus here. Stop. There we go. A little bit. Maybe it's the foil that makes it act up like that. Unsure. Unsure. So I have to block the background here? Huh. Well, I apologize. I don't know why this is doing this. Might be the foil. This is what really irritates me about autofocus. That sometimes it is not smart at all. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. There we go. Alright, well. We got our first legendary. And that one is going to focus pretty well. I think it's the foil. The foil really does it in on the focus. So, got Leia. Good stuff. Leia Organa. Pretty nice. Actually, that's a legendary unit. I thought it was a leader card. And she's in space. So she's going to occupy the space unit. So that's interesting. That'll be an interesting play. I didn't realize that until I pulled her. A really, really cool card. Maybe we can trick the system. There we go. We tricked the system. So this is our last card here. It looks like it's a uncommon, and is an uncommon foil. Pilamoto. Sorry. There we go. Sorry that was such a struggle, guys. I'm telling you, these are supposed to be good cameras, but I guess they're not. All right, so we're gonna put Leia over here. Maybe she'll sit here, hang out for a little bit. See, might fall down. Who knows? First legendary. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right, gonna go ahead and set down the rest of our cards here. Oh, yeah, there's. I'm gonna get this here then out of the way. All right, let's get right into the next pack. I don't want to waste any more of y'all's time, but still, you know, bringing in the content, bringing it in. Okay, so our next hero unveiled going to be Ashiko. There it is. Ashiko Tano. Ashiko Tano. Using the Force. Using the Force. There's her unit side. Sentinel unit, too. That's going to be really nice. If you need it. If you need it. You never know. The Holy City I already have. So we can move on from there. Okay, Mr. Mysterious Helmet, common. Another common, Consume the Dark Side. The Will of the Force. Another common. Adjust this again. There we go. Alright. Got our Inquisitor. Lightsaber. Very cool. Overpower. Common. Another Whirlwind of Power. Common. Do or do not. Another common. Knight of the Ring. Common. From the First Order. Common Crushing Blow. Uncommon Lithrin Rael. Okay, from the Rebel. Uncommon Savage Oppress. Oh, my son's getting very antsy now. We have another BD1. And then our legendary little buddy. You know you love him. You love to see him. A Gorgu. Little buddy. Look at him. Little legendary ground unit. Cute. Very cute. That's a nice uncommon foil. Like the art, like the foil. Stacey Thane. And I hope I'm not butchering everything. Alright, and that was our last card in there. So we have 2 legendaries now. 2 legendaries. This seems to be a Mysterious Child unit. Very interesting. Okay. He'll hang out with Leia. I'm sure Leia will give him nice little snackages or something like that. Snackies. Being a baby, maybe she'll take care of him, babysit him a little bit. All right. Next 3 packs. Okay, and we have the Grand Inquisitor. light speed or hyper speed leader, and then that will come with the other side. See, it looks like he comes in shielded. That's pretty good. Go ahead and set him down. Then we have Shadowed Underground for our base. All right, and moving on, we've got our commons. Lothcat, Furious Flock. Come on, focus up. Focus up. There we go. Marauder. Grade 3. All right, common Refuge of the Path. Got a common Secretive Sage. Now my son is being very disgruntled, so it's getting close to having to probably take a small break before I finish these. Attuned, yeah, just an attuned creature. I'm not even gonna. That's a common. I'm not even gonna bother trying to pronounce. All right, so Myth-Knock, right? Another common. All right, and Heroism Lightsaber, common. Next, we have a common Ravenous Raptor. There. Uncommon unit card. If I can get it focused. All right, you're gonna have to calm down and focus now. There it is. All right, Quinlan Voss. Uncommon Caretaker. Uncommon Impossible Escape. And then a rare Malakila. And then finally, Do or Do Not foil card. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. Let me get my son something to chew on, and I'll be right back. All right, I have returned for our final reveal. Let's go ahead and set these cards over here. Where'd that rare go? There we go. That rare right there in that little collection area. On to our next cards. We are almost done. Just, I think, 2 more packs. And then we shall be finished for this broadcast of Clix and Cards. Broadcast. Okay, finally we have... Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Anakin Skywalker, rare. We have a rare leader, Anakin Skywalker. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Uses the Force. So that's a rare. I'm going to put Anakin over here where he will not get messed up. Might even play him tonight. You never know. All right, we have our base card. Jedi Temple. There we go. The Force is with you. Force is with you. Probably going to need that if I need the Force. Okay. Next, we have a common medical frigate. Changeling, common. Sand Trooper, common. Guardian of the Whales, common. The Purge Trooper, common. Jedi Temple Guards, common. Supremacy Tie, common. Sentinel, though, nice. Hunter Nexu, Raid 2. Pretty cool. Common, Point Rain, Reclaimer. An uncommon, Unit, Dappa Billabub. Uncommon, Nameless Terror. Uncommon, Kelleran, DQ. And then we have our rare Babu Frick. Pretty nice. Like a ground unit. And since that is a ground that's a rare, I'll go ahead and set that aside. And then finally we have an uncommon foil. Arturu Onslaught. Ready a force with 4 or less power. And that is a hyper speed foil. Pretty nice. I like that. That looks really cool. I really like how that's designed there. It may not be a rare, but in my mind, I'm going to put it over there with the rares because that looks sick. I'm going to drop these bad boys over here. Alright, last pack. May the force be with me. May the force be with me. Alright. So far, we have not had repeat leaders, so that's good. Our first leader of this pack is a rare, again, very good. A Morgan Elsbeth, Morgan Elsbeth. That's really cool. We have not had repeat leaders, so that's really nice. I like to see that. Because we need the playability here. We have a Fortress Vader. Not really showing up that well. There we go. Fortress Vader. That's really good art. Love it. Love to see it. Okay. Alright, now Hog. Common creature. A Youngling Padawan. Common. Another Medical Frigate. Common. Another Lith Cat. Common. We have another repeat of Hunting Nexu. Common. Another Knight of the Ren. Common. I don't know why that's unfocusing now. Hello? Bueller? Stop this madness. Focus up! There we go. Knight of Ren. Sometimes I just really have to reset the focus for some. Okay, so a Padawan Starship. Pretty cool. Common. Let's see. A Thralls of the Coven. And it's a Raid 3. Common. Relic Scavenger. Common. Someone found a lightsaber. Uncommon. Assault Ship. Uncommon Assault Ship. A uncommon Focus. Herman's Reality. And let's see, finally we have another uncommon. That's our second uncommon of him. And a rare, Axe Wolves. Shielded character. Comes in shielded. And lastly, we have a rare foil. Psychometry. That's pretty cool. Like the art on that. And that is going to do it, guys. That is going to do it. All right. So, coming back from the first night of playing Star Wars Unlimited with the local game store that I'm a part of, and I bought a Chancellor Palpatine deck. Tried it out. My advice to you, if you think that you're going to be beating any types of decks that are self-constructed or the meta with such Palpatine decks, I advise you not to try, because you'll get your stuff handed to you. But we did get a sealed package card, or cards. I believe they're two. They're promo cards for being part of the local gathering. Okay, and you participate in it and win a round or two. I did happen to win a round, so I got one of these suckers here. So I didn't do too bad. I did win a round, but that was because the other person ran out of time and all that, and I won a dice roll, and there you go. So I did happen to come out with a little bit of spoils here, and let's go ahead and see what's inside. Let's see here, and this is a total of how many cards? Total of 3 cards. Okay, so it's 3 cards. First card is going to be Lurking Snub Fighter. Common. Next card is going to be Misa Jar Jar Binks. Binks. I think it's Binks. Misa Jar Jar Binks. There we go. Uncommon. And last card is here. It is a common foil, Cruel Commandos. There you go. That's what we got out of our promo pack. Thank you guys so much for watching. Our next episode is going to be with me and my wife. We're going to be unboxing this sucker right here. This old bad boy. It is going to be a pack of 24 booster pack of Star Wars Jump to Light Speed. And super excited. Cannot wait to break into this sucker. So thanks for coming along for the ride today. Appreciate you. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Another episode of Clix and Cards. God bless. Peace out.